Having to spend each day the colour of the... Hello, how are you? Here I am, surrounded by the ABC equipment, doing a segment for Countdown, being green with Freddie. And it's going to be shown on March the 1st, which is the first day of colour, and it's on at midnight. So why don't you join us for Countdown? All right? Noodoo.
What is Countdown? Well, Countdown is the most exciting visual presentation of the top 40 hits you'll ever see on colour television. From Alice Cooper to Sherbet, we've got them, and you'll see them on Countdown.
I think the ABC has been very well aware for quite a long time that it's just not getting to that audience, that 10 to 17 audience. We've got to find them, and this is the way to find them. They're out there. We know they're there. The industry tell us that. We know ourselves.
Linda, do you think Australia needs a program like Countdown?
Yes, I think it's really desperately in need of a program like Countdown, because most people that have records out, apart from it getting airplay and the occasional sort of spot on a variety show, a nighttime variety show, that's all you've got to sell it.
Yeah. And I mean, has this been a problem, do you think, with a lot of your fellow artists?
Yes. You see, because a lot of the kids that buy records, I'm sure their mums and dads wouldn't even let them stay up late enough to see, you know, some of the variety shows. And they like to sort of see the artists working, and they wouldn't be allowed into clubs or anything like that. And I think it'd be beautiful for them.
2 minutes, Linda.
Okay, go.
There you are.
I ain't mama's little girl no more. Baby, you're the first to know. I ain't mama's little girl no more.
3 to 3. All right, it's a lunch break, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Linda.
Rob,
Be cleared now.
what do you think colour television will do for a show like Countdown?
Well, I think it adds an extra dimension. Suddenly we find that colour television brings everything to life. Maybe previously in monochrome, artists were able to get away with just things that toned in or blended into a grayscale situation. Now they're going to be much more aware of colour. And they'll have to, well, exactly what Gary Glitter and Elton John's do on stage. The Australian artist will now have to seriously consider and plan as part of his stage wardrobe and his television wardrobe, because it's amazing how much difference it is going to make to the performance.
None of us have ever played with colour before, and it is a game now. There are no ground rules for this show. We're breaking them all, every one of them, in every show.
What do you think about that? Right, now, what does it mean to you to have a pop show?
Oh, it's good because there isn't much on right now that we can watch and be something good to see.
I think it's fantastic because it's mostly shows for little kids or older people, nothing for us.
And what does it mean for you to have a pop show on ABC television?
It's gas.
And to you?
Oh, fantastic. It gives you a chance to see all your favourite pop stars. It's just fantastic.
I think it's about time they had one for us.
Why is that?
Because there's nothing else on except for GDK, and that's only for 10 minutes.
Right. So you're really pleased the ABC are going to... And you'll be watching it?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what time it's starting on the ABC? And what night? Friday. Right. Thanks very much.
Coming out now. He's coming in.
Put some marching first into colour with the ABC.
On Countdown! We're the Skyhooks, and we're going to be on the first colour program on the television at 12 o'clock at midnight. And if your mother knew what you were doing, she'd probably... Shut up, Sally! She'd probably say, you silly, silly child, why don't you watch it at 6 o'clock on Saturday? Onward!
Skyhooks are marching first into colour with the ABC.
Hello, I'm Johnny Farnham, and this is Countdown. The first edition for 1975 in glorious colour. Throughout the year, we're going to bring you the most exciting people in Australia. Let's kick it off right now with one of Australia's fastest rising groups, Skyhooks. That was Ray Burgess with the new record screaming up the charts. And now let's count down the top 10 records right around the country. Number 10, I Can Help, Billy Swan. Number 9, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, Bachman Turner Overdrive. Number 8, When Will I See You Again, 3 Degrees. Horror movies with Skyhooks, number 7. Number 6, Santa Never Made It into Darwin, Bill and Boyd. Number 5, Long Tall Glasses, Leo Sayer. Number 4, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Elton John. Number 3, Peppermint Twist, The Sweet. And number 2, Please Mr. Postman, The Carpenters. Well, that was Countdown. We had a lot of fun in it, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. And now let's finish off with the number 1 record right around Australia at this very time. This is William Shakespeare with My Little Angel.
Groups such as the Little River Band have to pay huge tour costs to sell their records. Just one appearance on Countdown takes them throughout the country. And when they do eventually go on tour, they have ready-made audiences because the kids know them from Countdown. Rock artists who work closely with the producers of the show say that while Countdown has had a dramatic influence on pop, it has been just as much a breakthrough for television. Each week, the 40 people who work on the program are coming up with new concepts in visual techniques. Visual effects are used widely to strengthen particular segments of a song and to highlight clothing and musical equipment. Producers say that artists are now paying more attention to their appearance on stage.
Personalities, Shirley Strong
Lights are up and go.
An estimated 300,000 teenagers watch it each week. According to rock artists, the ABC's Countdown has sparked off a minor revolution in Australian pop.
Okay, fade your music under. Cue 'em. Good night, mate.
Ian, what effect has Countdown had on the pop industry?
It's had an amazing effect because sales for Australian artists over the past year have just skyrocketed. I mean, like, it was unheard of to think that an Australian artist or an Australian group would sell with an album over, say, 20,000 copies. And like Skyhooks have sold over 200,000 copies with Living in the 70s. And it's just, I mean, that's the effect it's had.
Skyhooks lead, Shirley Strawn.
Countdown is something that money could not buy as far as rock artists are concerned. To be able to get projected over 118 stations or whatever it is throughout Australia, that's national TV in anyone's language.
The thing in this country is we have an amazing resource of talent. And really, I don't think it's ever been given a chance to come out.
It's all happening here today at Countdown. The makeup room's full of camera crew and powder at the moment. They're doing powder.
Artists are paid to appear on Countdown, but as many will tell you, they find it a little embarrassing being paid by a show that's making them a success. The Little River Band say they owe much to Countdown. Glenn Shorrock.
Glenn, what effect has it had on your group?
Oh, well, it's made, well, it hasn't made me a teenage idol, that's for sure, Bob, because I was idol before I was a teenager. But it's done an awful lot for the Little River Band, that's for sure.
In terms of record sales, could you give us an example?
Yes, Curiosity Killed the Cat has sold very well, and that's, 50% of that is due to the exposure we've had on the program.
Let's come three and ride out with the kids in the foreground there.
Several relatively unknown artists have been signed up by recording companies after just one appearance on the show. Countdown gave a British group Pilot exposure, and radio stations who had previously put the group's record aside began playing it. Within 2 weeks, Pilot hit the top of the Australian charts. Disc jockeys say it's just one example of the influence Countdown has had on pop music in Australia.